Let me ask you something that most people are too embarrassed to admit out loud. You've been working out for weeks. You've been eating less, drinking more water, staying off the junk food, and when you step on that scale, it hasn't moved. Or worse, it went up, and you're standing there in front of that mirror thinking, what is wrong with me? You're about to give up. Maybe you already have, once or twice before. But here's what nobody told you, what your gym trainer probably doesn't even know. Your body isn't broken. It is going through a precise biological sequence of events that every single human body on this planet goes through when fat loss begins. And there are exactly 7 stages. Miss one, misunderstand one, and you'll quit right when your body is about to flip the switch. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at your weight loss journey the same way again. Let's start at the very beginning, and I mean the cellular beginning. The moment you cut your calories and start moving your body more, something remarkable happens inside your fat cells. Now here's what most people don't realize. Fat doesn't just disappear. It doesn't burn off like wood in a fire. Your fat cells, those little sacks of stored energy packed under your skin, they actually have to release their contents into your bloodstream before anything else can happen. This process is called lipolysis, and it kicks off within the very first few days of your new routine. Your body senses a drop in incoming fuel, and your brain sends a hormonal signal, primarily through a hormone called epinephrine, telling your fat cells, open up, we need energy. The fat cell doors crack open and fatty acids flood into your blood. But here's the wild part. During these first 3 to 5 days, the scale still won't budge much. In fact, it might not move at all, because right now, your body is just mobilizing resources. It's like pulling money out of the bank. You haven't spent it yet. And while this is happening, something else is going on that messes with almost everyone's head. Water. Your body starts holding on to water like it's preparing for a drought. Stress hormones like cortisol, which spike when you suddenly change your diet and exercise routine, cause your kidneys to retain sodium and water. So even though fat cells are beginning to release their contents, water weight is filling in the gap. The scale lies to you during this stage. It flat out lies, and millions of people have quit their entire transformation because of this biological trick. Don't be one of them. Then comes something that feels like a miracle, and it usually happens somewhere between day 5 and day 10. Suddenly, you wake up one morning and you're down 2, maybe 3 pounds overnight.
Wow.
Your pants feel
Amazing.
slightly looser.
I feel great.
You feel
Energy
lighter.
great.
This is the water flush. The moment your body finally decides to release that retained fluid, your cortisol levels start adjusting, your kidneys relax, and you drop water weight fast. This is the stage that fools people in the opposite direction. They think, wow, I lost 3 pounds this week. This is incredible. But what they don't know is that this rapid drop is mostly water. The real fat burn is still warming up in the background. This stage matters deeply because it's your body's first sign of trust. It's telling you, I believe you're committed. I'm starting to adjust. Ride this wave. Don't celebrate too hard, and don't slow down.
Now we get into the stage that is hands down the most frustrating, most misunderstood, most relationship-ending stage of the entire fat loss process. And it usually hits somewhere between week 2 and week 4. Your body hits what feels like a wall. The scale stops moving again. Not a little bit, completely. You could eat perfect for 10 days straight, hit the gym every single morning, and that number just sits there, mocking you. Welcome to your first metabolic adaptation. Here's what's happening inside you. Your body is incredibly smart, annoyingly smart. It notices that you've been running on a calorie deficit, and it starts doing something called down-regulating your metabolism. In plain English, it gets more efficient. It burns fewer calories doing the same activities. Your non-exercise movement, the way you fidget, the way you walk, the little unconscious movements throughout your day, all of it subtly decreases. Your body is trying to survive on less. This is not a punishment. This is ancient biology doing its job. Your ancestors needed this exact mechanism to survive famines. You are not broken. You have just entered the adaptation phase, and the way you respond here determines everything. The people who push through this by slightly increasing their activity
adding a bit more protein to preserve muscle, and refusing to panic. Those are the people who reach the other side. The people who slash their calories even further almost always make it worse, triggering deeper metabolic slowdown. Feed the machine, move the machine, trust the machine. Somewhere around weeks 4 through 6, something shifts that you won't even consciously notice at first. Your body starts preferring fat as its fuel source. Your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells, have been adapting this whole time. They've been building new pathways, learning to pull energy from fat stores more efficiently. Scientists call this metabolic flexibility. What it means in real life is that you start to feel less hungry between meals. Your energy becomes more stable throughout the day, and those desperate afternoon crashes start to ease up. This is your metabolism becoming a fat-burning machine, not because of any pill or powder or detox tea, but because of time and consistency. Your body composition is changing even when the scale refuses to show it. Visceral fat, the dangerous fat wrapped around your organs, is typically the first to go during this stage. You can't see it, you can't pinch it, but it is shrinking, and your health is improving in ways you can't measure in the mirror. Then comes the stage that changes the game entirely, and it is one of the most underappreciated things in all of fitness science. Around weeks 6 to 10, if you have been doing any kind of resistance training, even bodyweight exercises, your muscles are growing. And here is where the scale becomes your enemy again if you don't understand what's happening. Muscle is denser than fat. A pound of muscle takes up less physical space than a pound of fat, but they weigh the same on a scale. So your body is simultaneously losing fat and gaining muscle tissue, and the scale might barely move, or it might actually go up slightly. But your clothes are getting looser, your arms look different, your stomach looks flatter. People are noticing something changed about you, even if they can't pinpoint what. This is called body recomposition, and it is the stage where most people make the catastrophic mistake of doubling down on cardio and dropping calories because the scale isn't dropping. Don't chase the number, chase the body. Trust your measurements, trust your mirror, trust how your clothes fit, not just a digital readout. The 6th stage arrives somewhere between weeks 10 and 16, and this is where the results stop being subtle. The fat that's been slowly, quietly releasing from your cells for months is now being oxidized at a rate your body has fully committed to. Your hormones, insulin, leptin, ghrelin, have recalibrated. Your hunger signals are more honest. You're no longer fighting your biology, you're working with it. The visual changes become undeniable. Jawlines sharpen, waistlines narrow. The momentum of the previous stages stacks up and becomes visible all at once, which is why people often feel like their results suddenly happened. They didn't. Every stage before this one was the foundation being quietly laid while you weren't watching. And then, the 7th stage, the one that separates every person who maintains their transformation from every person who loses it and starts over. This is the identity shift. Somewhere after week 16, if you've made it this far, something has changed that has nothing to do with your body and everything to do with your mind. Exercise is no longer a punishment. Eating well is no longer a restriction. You have built the habits, the neural pathways, the self-concept of someone who takes care of their body. Science calls this habit automaticity, the point where a behavior stops requiring willpower because it's simply become part of who you are. This is the stage that makes the results permanent. Without it, almost everyone regains. With it, almost everyone sustains. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. Fat loss is not linear. It is not fair. It will not announce itself clearly or reward you on a predictable schedule, but it follows a sequence, and now you know that sequence. You know that the scale will lie to you early on. You know the water flush is real, but temporary. You know that metabolic adaptation is your body being smart, not your plan failing. You know that body recomposition means the scale and the mirror tell different stories for a while. You know that the real results come in layers: metabolic, hormonal,
physical, and finally, mental. The people who transform their bodies permanently are not the ones with the most discipline on day 1. They are the ones who understood what was happening on day 22, when nothing seemed to be working, and they kept going anyway. Now, you're one of those people. You know what's happening inside you. You know the map. So go walk the road.